Hi, I'm Jen, and this tip is about pre-washing your skeins. It is so sad when one of our customers calls us because the color in their yarn has moved in their project. We had a lady call us one time because she had knit a shawl with red yarn and naked yarn, and when she washed it to block it, she ended up with pink yarn. So we do not recommend that you use naked yarn with a strong color in your project. And we want to help you avoid those problems early on. You might be wondering why you should pre-wash your skeins. First, it's the easiest, most reliable way to make sure you won't have these problems in your finished product. We've all had that load of laundry that somehow gets a red sock in with your white shirts and you end up with pink. So, when your project will have multiple colors, we recommend that you pre-wash the skeins. If you're using a variegated yarn and you're worried about it, we recommend that you pre-wash your skeins. And you might be wondering why we can't make our yarns color fast. Believe me, we would if we could. And we set the dye here at the studio, and we process it completely with our water in East Tennessee. The pH at your house with your water may be different, and that's why we're telling you to pre-wash. It's industry-wide, and the commercial dyes just work this way. It's not specific to our location or our dye process. So let's talk about how you can pre-wash your skeins. The first thing that you're going to do is you're going to take the tag off. And you're going to open up your skein. So the first thing that you're going to notice is that we've already put one tie on for you. And we're going to have to add some other ties. So you want to use something that is light and something smooth. We use this cotton, and you're going to want to put more ties on your skein. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put your skein on the Swift. You might need to use a chair, or you might want to do it on the table, but you need to spread it out so that you can put these extra ties on. Just going to adjust this so that it won't fall down. You're going to take your length of yarn, and I have the yarn doubled, and you're going to figure eight it through the skein, which means you're going to come up in the middle and make a cross and figure eight, and just tie an overhand knot to secure it, and then that's nice and loose. And we'll tie one more. Come through the middle. And tie an overhand knot. And that should be enough. Then we're going to take it off the Swift. And your skein should behave nicely now. And you're going to take it and you're going to wash it in your sink just like this. So when you get to the sink, you're going to fill it with lukewarm water and add just a couple drops of Eucalan or a wool wash, because you don't want bubbles and you don't want suds. You're going to immerse the skein gently in the water and let it soak for about 10 minutes. And if you see dye coming off, you're going to want to change the water and wash it again. Once the water is completely clear, you're going to gently wring it out like it was a big towel or a wash rag. You're going to open it back up, and then you're going to hang it up to dry. If it's dripping, that's fine. So you can find a hanger or a clothesline or a drying rack. You might even want to hang it in the shower. It's okay to dry your wool out in the sun, but if your yarn has silk in it, you're going to want to keep it in the shade. If it's nice weather at the studio, we like to hang the yarn outside in the sunshine because it dries all nice and fluffy. Most of our yarns are superwash. They won't shrink or felt, And if your yarn is not superwash, you're going to want to be a little bit more gentle. Don't put it in hot water and don't shake it around an awful lot. It's really worth taking the extra time to pre-wash your skeins in order for your project to be successful.